Take a step back in time to when horse was the main source of the power on the farm.
This particular machine was made in 1873 in Philadelphia.
The first one here is a Grover and Baker, made in 1865 in the United States. It's a nice machine, but it's clunky and loud. Has a lower hand wheel, which is nice, except you hit your knuckles on it every time you use it. This one is German made in about 1860. 1890 on that one. And porcelain handle, which is always on German machines. They're smooth, they're quiet. You don't even know you're sewing on them. Wow. You can sew all day long on one of these, and they're so smooth and nice. They're just wonderful to work on. This is my favorite machine. The decals on them were set up for women. Catch a woman's eye. She'd go see one and that one's pretty, I want that one. Didn't make any difference whether they sewed or not, I think, a lot of times, as long as they looked nice. This one is a Wilcox and Gibbs, and it's a chain stitcher. It has no bobbin in it. That's the way sewing machines started out, as chain stitchers. This one's really quiet. It's fun to make appliques for quilts with this one because they make a pretty chain. The machine was made in the United States, sold as a treadle, sold as electrics later on. But the hand crank on this one came from an English company. They sold these machines all over the place, and they even sold them to factories. And they were used up to the late 50s, maybe early 60s, in factories where they ran them on a line. They ran really well, they ran really fast. They ran so fast that when you were using light material, the needles would get so hot they'd scorch the material. So then they had to put hoses on them to blow cool air on them to cool the needles down so they wouldn't scorch the material. But they were used for a long, long time in factories. They also made an electric version where they extended the wood out, put a small motor on it, put a shaft on there, and then they ran electric. And I have all three versions of it.